Hi, my name is Alec Ohanian. I'm a first year full-time MBA student at Keenan Flagler Business School, and I'm very interested in the healthcare GIE to China and Japan. My primary motivations for participating in a GIE are, well, honestly, a GIE is one of the best ways I can think of to really get to know classmates outside of my immediate friend group and legacy. So it's one of the best ways to build lifelong bonds with fellow classmates, both first years and second years, especially students I've not had a chance to interact with, students I do not know well, who I might not have had a chance to interact with based on being in different legacies or industries and functions, especially since I am relatively early on in first year. I'm super involved within my legacy, but not too much outside of it. The reason why I've chosen this particular program is, well, my background is in healthcare. Pretty much that's all I've done from the research side and from more of the business side and internal strategy side. And also, what really intrigues me about China and Japan are how relevant they are to healthcare. China and Japan are the second and third largest healthcare markets, respectively, in the world. Also, it's interesting because we get to see two very different aspects of these markets. China being one that's rapidly growing, and Japan being a group that's rapidly aging, especially a group where healthcare is seen as a very strong suit in Japan. And that is why they are rapidly aging, but seeing how they attack this new problem compared to some of the other problems other parts of the world might have. Also comparing and contrasting China and Japan not only to themselves but also to America and seeing what Americans can learn from these two healthcare systems. Also, just the relevance of healthcare in general. I mean, one out of every $5 spent in the world is healthcare related. It's a $10 trillion industry and eats up double digits amounts of GDP in the world. So healthcare is very relevant. How will the GIE course contribute to my future success? Well, exactly as I mentioned earlier, is how relevant healthcare is to me and to the world and how it could affect me personally. Being able to take some of the knowledge that I learned in differing markets and put it into what we know now in the American markets could be really valuable. And what group qualities would I potentially bring to the GIE is, well, I think I could potentially bring in some outside knowledge, especially to people who might not know healthcare as much from America. And maybe if they're seeing healthcare in a new culture, especially from China and Japan, they might not have that sort of bouncing board to understand what it is in America. Hopefully, I can bring in some of that. Also, I hope to help learn from other people and broaden my own horizons towards cultures that I haven't been especially accustomed to and kind of wrap it all together into one. Thank you for taking a look at my application.